Here's the strong voice of Faith Flippo. Born in New Jersey, Faith came to Richmond in 2002. As a city police captain, she is the commander of the 3rd Precinct, and she previously oversaw the department's Community Youth Intervention Service. With her story of going miles beyond underestimation, this is the strong voice of Faith Flippo.
In 7th grade, I had a dream that there was some sort of fight around me, and I was a police officer, and I had stopped the chaos. It was a simple dream, but a powerful one. At the time, my dad had commanded a narcotics task force in New Jersey. And at a Take Your Daughter to Work day, I think I surprised him when his coworker had asked me what I wanted to do. And it was the first time I had shared my dream out loud of joining law enforcement. In Virginia, I attended Radford University and I ran track, which turned out to be quite useful after graduation when I joined the Richmond Police Academy. Our class had to participate in the annual law enforcement torch run for Special Olympics. At the time, the Richmond police leg lasted 11 miles leading into the stadium for the opening ceremony. One of my academy mates had made it clear that he didn't feel women were as good as men, so I had made up my mind that I would run 1 mile longer than anyone, especially him. At the time, my endurance could withstand about 3 to 4 miles, but I trusted my will. By mile 8, most of my classmates were in one of the vans that followed us. At mile 9, it was down to me and this particular academy mate. As you can imagine, there would be no way I would concede. The tradition was that the longest-lasting runner during that leg got to carry the torch into the stadium. Mile 10 approached, and finally mile 11, and we were still running. We both carried the torch that day. Maybe this wasn't the best way to prove my point, because I later stayed stranded in my car, begging my husband to help me get out because my legs had stopped working. But weeks later, that classmate approached me and my 4 female colleagues and admitted he was wrong about his opinion of females in law enforcement. Women might only be 10% of the department, but when we're in uniform, there's no difference among my fellow officers. In my career, I've shrugged off the honey and sweetie comments I might hear on the streets. And I steered clear of stereotypical administrative roles. Instead, as a sergeant and later lieutenant, I helped lead units that addressed the most violent crimes in the city. I later became the rare female homicide lieutenant. I feel so lucky to have the experiences of doing what I've always dreamed of. Often when I find myself in a difficult situation, I think back to my dad's advice. He would say it was better to be underestimated than overestimated. As an officer, I see being a female in a predominantly male profession as an advantage. If people underestimate me, they don't know what to expect. I let them be surprised when they see exactly what I can do. Mostly, though, I focus on my own expectations, and I tell my 3 children to do the same. I work hard towards my goals, I embrace my support system, and I fight the good fight. And in that way, I'm still running.